Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I am your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Thursday, everybody. It's the final Thursday of October. I can't believe I'm saying that. I hope everyone is having an excellent week so far. This week hasn't been too bad, to be honest. What about you?
Yeah, my week wasn't too bad either.
It's flying by quick, though. I could definitely say that.
Uh-huh.
But we're approaching the end of October very, very quickly. We're down to two episodes left, tonight's episode and Sunday's episode. So I know another spooky season almost over. Cry with me or else you're fired. Anywho, thank you guys for joining tonight. We hope you enjoy. So this is a little bit of an episode that I kind of came up with like later on this month. Um, I really wasn't sure if I was going to do this episode this year, but I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it. Let's put it towards the end of the month, so we have time to look into it." We're going to be talking about some of the most well-known matches in history, but they're Halloween themed matches. Yes, I'm talking about. Let's talk Halloween themed matches. Now, there's a variety of companies here we're going to be talking about, AEW being one of them, as well as TNA and WWE, and possibly more if Dystro has more. He did the notes for this one as well, so hats off to him on that. Um, I know you didn't find a lot, but like a lot of these matches, there's like more than one of each match, if you know what I mean. Like there's more than one like casket match, for example.
hmm
Um, but I guess let's get into it. And since I just mentioned casket match, I guess we should probably do that one first.
Hmm. Good choice. So the the idea of the casket match is like, you gotta put your opponent in the casket and shut it. So plain and simple. But there's been multiple versions of a casket match. Like for example, in TNA they call it the Last Rites match. And the most notable match of it is Sting and Abyss.
Now, what year is that from?
I think that's '07, but let me take a look real quick.
Because I didn't find TNA till '07, but I don't recall that match at all. 'Cause I was so young.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
it was a, it wasn't, it wasn't good, but I mean, it was alright. It was like one of the like worst matches of all time. Like, yeah, it was like '07. It was in '07. So like
Okay.
kind of like peak kind of year, I guess.
Yeah, one of the peak years.
Yeah.
Um, Now, another, I know that there's like one star in particular nowadays in the modern day of wrestling who's well known for coffin matches, and that would be Darby Allin himself.
Yes. And he had one. He's had like matches. One most recently, I know it was like him versus Andrade. I remember that one.
Wasn't
Um,
there one where he went against Brody King as well?
I think so. Yeah. I know he did one against Ethan Page too. I think, or no, is
He's
Sting
had
and
quite a few.
Darby versus like Ethan Page and Scorpio.
He's had quite a few, I could tell you that, and he's well known for it in today's age. I mean, come on, hats off to Darby though. Like he puts his body on the line every single match, and he's really young too. Like he's only in his what, like mid 20s.
Yeah, mid 20s, early 30s, almost early 30s, maybe.
He's a baby. Like oh my god. Like hats off to him for real. Spoiler: I'm dressing up as Darby for Halloween this year, so it's kind of
And
another reason why I had to bring him up.
so Darby's been in three casket matches thus far.
Wow. Wow.
And then the most recent one was a Revolution of this year. It was Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Christian Cage.
Oh yeah. Okay. In a
Um,
way, I'm kind of glad they still keep the coffin match relevant. It's a good concept, a really good idea, especially for this time of year. Um,
mhm.
and heck, you never know what could go on in a casket match, which brings me to my next point with Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. That match is where Shawn broke his back.
Yeah, that was Royal Rumble '98.
Ah, yes. I actually have that match here, I believe, on disc. On like a, I don't know if it's like, I think it might be,
So
I don't know. I have it on disc somewhere. It might have been from the Attitude Era DVD set I have. But moving forward, yeah, that's the match where Shawn literally broke his back and was forced to take 4 years off.
yeah, if you recall the HBK versus Triple H feud from the 2K15 showcase mode thing,
Fuck yeah.
it it went over that in the thing, and it was like because you see like his back like hits that coffin like super hard, and
Yeah.
it fractured like 4 discs in his back.
He was supposed to go over the casket completely and hit the floor, but unfortunately he did not, and his back actually just landed on like right on the side of the casket, like right where the door would swing open or whatever.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
It was wow, holy crap. Um, but yeah, like I said, anything can happen in a casket match, folks, and that's why I really like those matches because it can be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, and there's been a lot in WWE standards.
Wasn't
Like,
Mankind in one?
yeah, well, Undertaker's been in like a lot of them too.
Obviously.
Um, like Undertaker versus The Rock happened on Raw in '99 in a casket match.
Oh wow.
Uh, yeah, Undertaker was like in like the first goings of them, and then I don't see Mankind on here. I see Mark Henry, which like that's crazy to think about. Um, Most recent one was Halloween Havoc of last year, and it was Apollo Crews versus Grayson Waller in a casket match.
Oh wow.
That was like last year.
Now I'm wondering, has Kane been in any? Like he has to have been.
Yeah, he has been in. I'm on this pro wrestling fandom wiki thing, so shout out to them. Kane has been in one, two casket matches. Wait, no, three. I'm sorry, three. He's been in three. So the first one was a no contest after both men destroyed the casket from the inside. Okay. The second one was the Kane versus Triple H match on Raw in '02 that got brought up in the HBK Shawn Michaels and Triple H feud in 2K as well. And then the third one was against Daniel Bryan in 2015.
Wow. Jeez,
that
that's like recent.
that match went 22 minutes.
Wow. Why don't I remember that?
I think
That's like
I think
super recent.
yeah, it's like I think just like a lot of people were, I guess they just try to zone it out, I guess, but like if you speaking of recent, it's like Undertaker versus Rusev happened at Saudi Arabia.
Oh god, jeez.
I'm like, really? Wow. But yeah.
Yeah, coffin matches, I think, like I said, good concept, really good concept. And I really like it. I'm glad that a lot of these companies are continuing the tradition of having at least one coffin match a year. Unless you're AEW and you get lucky and you get like multiple a year. Um,
Yeah, for real.
so moving forward, looking at the list here that you have, let's talk about the buried alive matches. Now, I do remember these. Most of them are with Undertaker, of course. Please tell me
Yes.
Mankind's in this too.
I think he has been in one, but let me check real
I swear
quick.
it had to have been with Undertaker. Like Undertaker's like really famous for those matches.
Yeah. So let's see. Yes, he was in the actually very first one, actually.
Figured
So,
that.
October 20th, 1996.
Wow.
So no, that's not too. That was not too long ago too. Yeah, that was 6 days ago. That's been it's what let's see, math what
About
17
almost,
years?
let's see, what'd you say it was? 96? Oh
Ninety
six, twenty
six.
sixteen. So it's been over 20 years.
Yeah,
So you're talking about 27 years ago.
yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
So who was that again? It was Undertaker and
Mankind.
Mankind. I kind of figured that,
But
yeah.
he's actually been in two. Actually, he's actually been in two. He was by himself, but then he was in the Rock and Sock Connection, and he faced Taker and Big Show for the tag titles in a very live match.
Oh,
And
okay.
I remember this match vividly too because it's on YouTube.
Now, are there any other Buried Alive matches that stand out to you? Or has there not been many?
um, well, the one that's kind of stands out to me, kind of, is the Vince McMahon and Taker one from Survivor Series of '03.
Wait, that happened? Holy
Yeah,
crap.
yeah, that actually happened. This was like where Kane and Shane was on the same show, and it was an ambulance match. That was a great match, by the way. But it was like if Taker won, it was like if Taker won, like something had happened to Vince, like he would like go away for or whatever. But if Vince won, like Taker had to go away. Well, it turns out like fucking Kane like portrayed his brother, big shocker,
Ah,
and then like he goes away for a while, and then he re-debuts at Mania the following year in '04 at WrestleMania 20 as the Dead Man persona, the Phenom, to face Kane, his brother, at WrestleMania.
damn. Oh my god.
Uh, and then Stone Cold's been in one. That's the
Oh,
only
good.
one. uh, like yeah, like Taker's been in like all five of these, and that's it.
Damn, that's crazy. I really wish they'd have more of those. Like, I kind of wish AEW would do something similar to that in a way, but like make it their own.
Yeah, I mean it would probably be pretty probably be cool. Because it's like I would just love to see like what they would do with it,
Yeah,
but maybe time will tell. You never know.
time will tell. Moving forward, um, okay, so this next one I've never heard of before. Actually, the next couple I've never heard of before. I'm gonna go with TLS, tables, ladders, and scares. Why have I never heard of that?
Okay, so little backstory. When Halloween Havoc got brought back up by NXT,
Oh,
yes, I know. Um, it was during like it was the spin the wheel, make the deal thing that they did.
yeah.
Uh, and they brought it back up during the pandemic. It was in 2020 or 2021. And Shotzi, she was the host for NXT Halloween Havoc, and she did it for 3 years straight. She did it last year, and she did it this year with Scarlett Bordeaux. And she would always, like say the spin the wheel, make the deal. Well, it's basically just a TLC match, but it's got some Halloween themes in it. So like the chairs are probably got some little like saying on it that will like make you spooky or something, or like little coffins or like little tombstones or something. It's just basically a TLC match, but it's just Halloween themed.
Okay.
That's what it basically is.
As soon as you said NXT, I'm like, yeah, that solves the answer to my question.
That should answer that question.
Yeah, I don't watch modern day NXT. But yeah, that's actually cool. Cool little concept. I don't know why they
Yeah.
don't bring it to the main roster, but
Well, it's just because it's just a NXT thing.
you gotta have their own thing.
I mean, yeah, they have to. But I know like off of that. The one that comes to mind was it was Io Shirai before she comes to Io Sky. Io Shirai and I think Rhea Ripley,
Oh, okay.
and man, Io took a nasty bump off of the ladder. Um, she was like going towards the belt, and really, she's strong, and then she pushes it, and there's another ladder like set up between the ring and the announce table, and she like like splats onto that ladder and like takes this like very very nasty bump. I was like, holy shit.
Oh
I was,
wow.
I was surprised that she didn't even break her face off of that.
Yeah, I thought, geez, that does sound pretty rough.
I mean, I could be like, it it could just be me, but I was just like, I would never take that bump.
No.
Nope. No, thank you.
That's
Okay.
cool though. That's cool that NXT has that.
Yeah.
Um, this next one I have never heard of either, but this is because it came back from the WCW days, titled Chamber of Horrors. So what's this one all about?
Okay. So, little backstory. NXT bro. No, it's good. So so this was during early '90s, and it had. I'm just gonna tell you the teams, but I have to pull up the full thing. So it had Sting, El Gigante, which is Giant Gonzalez, and the Steiner brothers on one team. Pretty kind of cool, stacked kind of rock
Good
teams.
team.
Then they had Abdullah the Butcher, the Diamond Stud, who is Scott Hall, who recently passed away not too long ago. Rest in
God
peace.
bless.
Cactus Jack and Big Van Vader.
Oh god, not Cactus Jack.
Bye bye. And the Chamber of Horrors, it wasn't very good. Um, it only was like around like one time. That was it.
Oh
Uh,
Jesus, if that
yeah,
tells you anything.
and so the Chamber of Horrors is an enclosed. It was an enclosed steel cage match between two teams of four men. In the middle of it was a smaller cage with the electric chair connected to a lever.
Oh Jesus Christ.
And the objective is you have to put your opponent into the chair, and you have to pull down this lever, and it looks like you're giving them the electric chair.
Oh god, what the fuck kind of idea is that?
Early '90s. I don't know.
Wait,
Um,
was this early 90s?
it was '91.
Oh my god, so this was like way before the fall of WCW. What the fuck were they thinking?
I don't know. Um, but it was like the way to win it was like to put the opponent in the chair and switch the lever, which was attached to the outer cage and 6 feet off the damn ground.
Oh god.
So, as in kayfabe, the person is electrocuted. And then on Wiki it says this match was used once in WCW, which wonder why.
I could see why. Like, oh my lord.
um, and plus, Abdul the Butcher was electrocuted accidentally by Cactus Jack after being placed in the chair at the last fucking second by Rick Steiner.
Ah, damn.
And I was like I actually seen this match too. It was
I
god
wanna.
awful.
Okay, I actually kind of want to watch it now.
It is so fucking bad.
If you can find that match, put it on a playlist or something so we could watch.
I'll put it on the WCW playlist that we have.
Please do if
Um,
you do find it.
and plus it's early '90s too, so it's like yeah, like you said, this is like the before the big fall of WCW, and the main event of that match was like Lex Luger and Ron Simmons, which is like that's a good match too.
That does sound good on paper.
Yeah, and like there was like a whole bunch of like matches and stuff like Oz for some reason, like, and that's Kevin Nash on this show.
Yeah.
It's like that's just like all this, and it's just like, oh, it's just It's just nope, nope. But yeah, it was just like one of the worst matches of all time.
Yeah, I do want to see it though. That sounds kind of cool.
God. I bet you like get like first 5 minutes into it. Oh my god, like what the fuck?
So we have two
Okay.
different types of matches left. I think we're gonna go with this one. This one is a very, very recent match, and however, I really don't think this match will ever be kickstarted ever again. Um, I'm talking about the Firefly Funhouse match. Now, this was Bray Wyatt's idea.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, Bray Wyatt passed away back in August of this year, so God bless him. Um, I don't think they're ever going to bring it back. If they do, it would be in his memory, perhaps.
Hmm.
Um, Now, another one that's kind of like Bray Wyatt related. I don't really think it counts, but the Pitch Black match, like, that only happened once, and it was actually Bray Wyatt's last match ever on WWE against L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to include that one as well. Like, it's kind of cool. You gotta think about
Yeah.
it.
I would include it. I would.
It's really a cool concept. It was just sponsored by Mountain Dew because of the new Pitch Black drink they had at the time. Um, Literally, that whole ring was lit up with like black lights, and LA Knight had these like neon green looking, fluorescent green looking bottoms and stuff. I thought it was really cool. Um, but anyways, yeah. Okay, so the Firefly Funhouse match. Has there only been one of these, or has there been more than one of these?
I think there's just been the one, and it was just good. It was just Cena. That was it.
Oh, fucking course it's Cena. I mean, come on.
But it's like I'm kind of glad that they didn't go like match heavy with it. Like they made it kind of like a cinematic match.
Yeah,
I'm kind of glad that they did that because if you made it kind of like like you see it with the camera and all that stuff, and it's like there's people watching it and stuff, it just doesn't feel the same. Um, and I kind of liked that Bray Wyatt was like, he was just being his self with this match too. And plus, John Cena is like, he's like, the greatest of all time. So, but he's not afraid to be a little silly.
yeah,
And I kind of liked the where he comes out in the NWO shirt and stuff, and he just goes for life. I was like, damn. I was like, that's awesome. But it's like we will never get to see that.
ever
But
again.
I kind of like that they did that, just being like, have fun with it, and it's like we'll just never get to see that again.
Yeah,
But I really enjoyed it. I did too.
me too. I did both matches, both the Firefly match and then the Pitch Black match. Like I said, I figured I'd bring that one up too because it kind of has a spooky ring to it if you think about it.
Hmm.
Um, but all right, so our final match type of the night is, of course, the annual Trick or Treat Street Fight. Now, there has been quite a few of these, actually, and the one that comes to mind for me was Dean Ambrose versus Antonio Cesaro.
Antonio Cesaro.
I fucking love that match. Now, I'm trying to think. Has Dean Ambrose just been in that one, or has he been in multiple? Like, I can't remember.
I think he's just been in that one.
I'm actually curious now. I'm gonna go look it up myself. But I do remember that match with Cesaro. I thought it was kind of funny. I just typed in Dean Cesaro.
Dean Cesaro. What? That's fucking funny.
Let's see. I wonder if they have it on YouTube. Oh, they
I think
do.
they do.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it is this match. So I remember this. He put the fucking pumpkin on Cesaro's head. I don't know if it was like at the end of the match or what. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I remember that. When the hell was this? Was this 2014? Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's 2014. Yeah.
Jeez, that's like one of my favorite years. So I I'm literally looking at the gallery right now on WWE.com. I remember this match. They had the candy corn colored kendo sticks. They had a pile of pumpkins. They literally had everything. They had buckets of candy at ringside and a table with candy, and fucking candy was being thrown everywhere. And at the end of the match, he put a fucking pumpkin over Cesaro's head.
I remember when 205 Live was still a thing.
Oh yeah,
I remember there was a cruiserweight fatal four-way trick or treat street fight that happened, or I think it was yeah, I think it was a four-way, and it was I think it was Jack Gallagher, Lindsay Dorado, Tony Nese, and I think Mustafa Ali. And there was a spot where I think I can't remember if it was Lindsay or Ali. Like they put candy corn in Tony Nese's mouth, and like they both super kick him, and then you see candy corn just fly everywhere. I was like, damn. Um, Another one that comes to mind is like New Day versus the Bar too.
I remember that one too. I actually do remember that one.
It's like I'm kind of glad like they're not afraid to get silly when it counts. And it's like not a lot of companies do that nowadays, but it's like I mean, what can you do? Like
Yeah,
it's for the kids sometimes. It's like so you gotta be like a little funny. But and like another one that comes to mind too is the Dolphin Miz from 2015.
yeah. I'm looking at that one right now. I actually want to watch that one too. I don't remember that one for some fucking reason. I don't know why, but 2015 is like completely blacked out of my mind. Um.
2016 though.
Oh yeah. I see another one here as well. Big E and Cesaro. So Cesaro's been in a couple of them, I guess.
Yeah, so with and without the bar, so he's been in three as of we're talking. He's been
Wow.
in three, and that
And then,
Dean and Cesaro one went like 9 minutes.
jeez, I literally remember that match clear as day, and that's the funniest thing ever. The most recent one being last year, it was Matt Riddle versus Otis. I think I remember that one too. I watched that one last year on Raw. I wonder what they're gonna do this year.
I mean, hmm. I mean, you would probably have to do something with Imperium, maybe. It's like Imperium and maybe Gable Otis and like a third man, so like a six-man tag, maybe.
Hmm, okay.
That's just me though, but I mean anything is possible at this point. So
Yeah, at this point. Um, but yeah, I'm really curious to see what they'll do this year. But as of right now, I don't have cable because again, I just moved, so I've been kind of behind on wrestling by a whole month now. But I am trying to keep up with it on Facebook and stuff because that's where I see a lot of the stuff shared. So hopefully they'll do something good this year. I like the one they did last year with Riddle and Otis. I do remember that one. Um, at the time, Alpha Academy were heels, but now they're kind of baby faces.
okay, so I figured out what that fatal four was for 205 Live is Ali Davari, Nice, and Menelik. So I was one off.
It's
I was
okay.
one off. Um, I remember there was a Nakamura and Boogs
Oh yeah,
when they were facing Corbin and Madcap
back when Madcap was still under Happy Corbin's wing. Sadly, Madcap got released,
and Boogs too.
and fucking Boogs. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Rick Boogs.
I liked him until he got injured, and then he kind of fell down the ladder. Um, but
Yeah.
all that aside, that wraps up our episode for Halloween themed wrestling matches. We hope you enjoyed. If there are some out there that we missed and didn't get to or didn't cover, let us know because those were all the ones we had written down. Again, I don't know if we were missing any, but again, if we were, let us know. We would love to look into them and see what they're all about. See if we can recall seeing them at any point of our lives. Um, so yeah, be sure to let us know if you guys come across them as well. So, to wrap up Spoopy season, also known as Rectober, here on the show, this Sunday we are doing our annual Serial Killers episode. We did one last year in the middle of the month with a special guest, and we have a returning special guest coming to the show this Sunday. I'm very excited. I have spent a little bit of time researching my serial killer. Dystro, have you already done yours too?
Hmm.
And I'm hoping our guest did too. Hopefully he's not slacking. I'll have to text him later. Be like, yo, research your killer. Gah.
You know what?
Uh, but yeah, we're doing that at the end of the month this year. Figure out that we'd wrap up October on a good note and do the serial killers episode. I really like doing it because I learn a lot about how some of these serial killers were, and so do you guys. If you guys don't already know these serial killers, you guys get to learn as well. It's gonna be a bit of a longer episode, so just a fair warning. Usually, when we have a guest, it's a little long, but hey, listen. Sometimes you gotta be like that. Sometimes you gotta just do it. If you guys get that reference, you guys are great. Um, so that'll be this Sunday to wrap up Rectober once and for all. It'll be our final episode for October. You will not want to miss it. So, Daisha, you have tonight's song for the night. What you got?
Yes. So I had been introduced to a newer band not too long ago, and it is called Magnolia Park.
Okay.
And they only have like some singles here and there, but then they have released like two albums and stuff. Um, they're like relatively new. Like I think they came out just like a year or so ago. I'm guessing. But there's a song called Addison Ray, and it's very pop punkish to me, but it's got like some like kind of like somber tones to it, but it's actually a pretty good song. Um, and so and there is a video for it too. But
Yeah.
so I that's my song of the night.
Yep, I just found the video. So if you guys want to check out tonight's song of the night by Magnolia Park titled Addison Ray, there will be a link that's going to pop up towards the end of this episode. It'll be at the top right hand corner of this episode. Go ahead and take a listen. Like I just said, there is a music video, so I will be sure to put that there for you guys. So if you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Be sure to go on ahead and follow us on social media by clicking on that link in the description below, which will take you to Linktree. We have Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, and Twitter. Be sure to go ahead and follow us there to keep updated with the show. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, I'm going to be dressing up as Darby Allen for Halloween. And Jason, are you dressing up this year?
I might not. I don't
Come
know.
on, you should be the Sting to my Darby.
Wow.
Anyways, since I was completely blown out of here, anyways, as I mentioned, I'm going to be dressing up this year. Hopefully, Daisha will be too. If you guys want to see what we're looking like when we dress up, you definitely would want to follow us on social media because we will be posting there just to show you guys for the hell of it. Uh, and also, of course, keep updated with the show. Also, if you guys would like to keep updated with the show, be sure to go to our YouTube community page. You just go to our channel, click on that community tab at the top, and you'll find all the updates you need there as well. Um, it's very important to stay up to date with the show in case something goes wrong, can't upload, all that stuff. Also, Dystro's gaming YouTube channel is there as well in that Linktree website. He posts weekly gaming content, memes, and just about everything else in between. Just for the hell of it, what are you at right now for subscribers?
I'm at 1,020 right now.
Nice, nice. Getting there, getting there. I'd like to get to 1100 by December 1st, if that's possible. At this point, I really don't have any like big set goals because you've hit 1,000. That's huge already, and hats off to that. But 1100 would be nice by December 1st. So let's get you there. Go subscribe to his channel. Go share his stuff around. Go show him some love. He uploads weekly content. I'm in there too sometimes because we do play video games outside of the show. Um, just go watch his stuff. Once again, take a listen to tonight's song of the night, Addison Ray by Magnolia Park. And that's it. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll catch you guys this Sunday to wrap up October. Peace.
Peace.